Hello, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to go over setting up your own server, Ubuntu Server. I'm running 13.10 on this one, but this will work on even a couple of the older versions. So to start with, the only thing the server needs is to have SSH and at least 2 gigs of RAM for good performance. You will need to have several programs installed. First one is called Screen, which will let you keep the session running even if you're not connected to the SSH. So in order to do that, we're going to do sudo apt-get install screen. I've already got that installed, so we can move on from there. Next thing is see if Java is installed. So you're going to do a java-version, and that will let you know if it is installed. I'm currently running the open-jdk, the Ubuntu version of that. Some people prefer running the Sun version. I don't see much of a difference. So from here, you will want to create a new user to run this off of for security. You can run it off of just your basic root user, but I prefer to have it on a separate user. So you can do sudo add user and the name of the account you want to create. It doesn't really matter, you can do anything. Enter in the information for the new account, and it'll ask you if this is correct. So then you're going to want to do that again and add that user to the super user group so that you can do commands that require the super user access. So that will enable that. This is an account I've already created that has all those settings. So the first thing we're going to do is create a screen session. So screen-S and the name of the session that you want to run. So we're going to do screen-S MC server. And this is now running. So you have a choice of running a vanilla server, a Bukkit server, or a Spigot server. There's a few other modified ones out there. Those are the basics. Vanilla is just plain Jane Minecraft. There's no plugins, there's no add-ons, it's just Minecraft. Bukkit adds thousands of plugins that you can access from their site. Spigot is Bukkit, but it adds a little bit of optimization so that it runs a little bit faster. It doesn't have 100% compatibility though. I haven't run into any issues with that. Today we're just going to install a straightforward vanilla server. So you're going to do wget -o minecraft_server.jar and then the address. This will all be in the description underneath the video. You will need to sudo that. So that will go through and download the actual server file. Would help if I did that in the server directory. So first thing we're going to do is, the actual first thing we're going to do is create a folder called server. So mkdir server. Change the directory into the server. And do that one more time. So we've got minecraftserver.jar in there. So to ease access to starting this, we're going to create a shell script. So sudo nano start.sh. And this will also be in the description, but you're just going to put in, change this to whatever you've got. So in this case, we're going to do minecraftserver.jar, and we're going to have it be use 1 gig of RAM. So the XMS is the minimum, the XMX is the maximum, and this just helps performance. So hit Ctrl+X to save that, and then Y for yes, and enter. And so we now have that set up. And the one thing we have to do is change the mode of the file. So it's going to be sudo chmod +x start.sh. So now we should be able to sudo./start.sh. So what that does is that makes that file executable that we just created, and that runs the basic command. So it's going to load up. There will be a few errors because there's no files. It will create all the ones it needs, and then it'll go through and create the spawn area. So while that's loading up, we'll go over here, open up Minecraft, go to multiplayer, and we will add a server. You put a name, and then you're going to put in the IP address of the server. And it says done. So now we can connect. You'll see on there that you're coming in. And we have a Minecraft server up and running. Easiest to run this on a local network. Other people can join in. However, you can run this from outside access. What you have to do is get your IP address, your external IP address, and then set up port forwarding on the router. I'm not going to be able to cover that entirely here, but there are lots of good tutorials on that online. So this will get you up and running. So what we can do is, if you hit ctrl+a and then D, that will disconnect you from that screen session. So even if we close this, the server is still up and running and it didn't shut down. And you can go back at any time. Log in, do a screen-list, and I'll show you all of the running servers. And because we gave this one a name, we can do a screen-r and the name, and we are immediately back in. So if we want to edit any of the server settings, we can stop the server and edit the server properties. So sudo nano server.properties. This is where we're going to change all your settings. You can change the server port. If you're running multiple servers, you're going to have each one on its own server port. You can allow flight, name the world, allow nether. You can change all the basic settings here. Change your difficulty, change your PvP mode, change the actual game mode. Do whatever you want to do. And change your message, which is what shows up when you try to connect to it. When you're done, hit Ctrl+X again to save, hit yes and enter, and then do the sudo /start.sh. Again, you can name that whatever you want, just that's what I tend to use. So as soon as it says done, you can go in, and we see we changed the message of the day, and that's now on. Hit that, and we're back in the server. So at this point, you have a server up and running, and you can leave that running anytime you want, start that whenever you want, and that will get you all set up. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will be doing a Windows and Mac OS version of this shortly, and look forward to talking to all of you. Have a great day. Bye.